Imagine it's 2020, a new year, a brand new year, new everything, no COVID, no major virus that's affecting everyone. Imagine a world like that. Imagine. Well, in this world, COVID never happened. But we're not talking about the real world. We're talking about politics. And we're going to be here in the 2020 election. Now, this video will be what happened? What if? Just a great what if. What if COVID had never, ever happened? Also, we're gonna do a little bit of customization because this is making me really mad. Let's speed run through this. That's good enough. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the states that Trump would have very, very, very easily won if there was no COVID-19. Now, obviously, this affected a whole lot. This affected the way the 2020 election was, Trump's legacy, it affected Biden's legacy as well. It affected so many things. But let's get started here. Indiana, Kentucky, and West Virginia would be all solid Republican. Same as Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, Missouri, North Dakota, Iowa, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah, and Alaska would all be solid Republican, including the two votes in the districts of Nebraska. Okay, now we're gonna start off with the states that Biden would have easily won in 2020: Washington, Oregon, California. I forgot California had 55. I'm not gonna lie to you. Colorado, New Mexico, Hawaii, Illinois, New York, Vermont, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts would all be solidly Democrat. Democrat, or for Biden. Oh man. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's start off with the states that would be likely Republican. Likely Republican would obviously be Texas. Texas would obviously be likely Republican. But before we get on to likely, I do want to see. Obviously, we could not go on with this video without talking about George Floyd. See, the death of George Floyd really affected the election as well. There was nationwide protests all year from May 25 to even till like January. Like those protests lasted for so long. And yeah, I heard that, Trump said, they were paid protests, which I don't believe that. He just said anything to get the attention off of that. Again, it's sad. It's a sad death. He didn't deserve to die. But again, we could not go on with this video without talking about this major thing that happened. This guy killed him. We just couldn't go on without talking about this. Obviously, Trump's response to this wasn't amazing. It just wasn't. He ignited something even bigger, a bigger movement, which really also made his approval rating go down. I mean, I think Trump wins the 1st congressional district of Nebraska. I do think Trump wins South Carolina. My bad, I didn't color it fully. Do you think Biden? No, we're gonna move on to Trump. Do you think Trump? Yeah, this is it. I think likely Republican for Florida, but this will be it. Not for now, but this will for so far. Oh, we're gonna add Ohio. Ohio would be likely as well. See, now we're going to be looking at Donald Trump's first term approval rating. We got in 45%, and it kind of like went to 38, 40, 30. It started really peaking in the 2019, early 2020 as well. Yeah, this is as high as 49% in 2020, February of 2020, where the nation was kind of standing behind him. You know, there was an announcement of the COVID-19 virus. The nation really just was on edge. Same thing here. Yeah, you can see when his approval rating really started to take a really big toll. And not including the way he handled the COVID-19 virus. I do think Trump would be at around like a 44 around here, 44, 46 range. Yeah, by the end of the election, it kind of fell because he said some, and I don't know what he was thinking about saying the things that he wanted to. Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah, that's stupid. Yes, he said some dumb things in the debate, which was it was so dumb.
First of all, I guess I'm debating you, not him, but that's okay. I'm not surprised.
The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie. I'm not here to call out his lies. Everybody knows he's a liar.
But you
I just
agree.
want to
Hey,
make
Joe,
sure.
you're the liar.
I want to make sure.
You ordered last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be surprised.
You pick
You'd be surprised.
the
Go ahead,
wrong
Joe.
guy,
Go,
the
go,
wrong
Joe,
night at
go.
the wrong time.
Listen.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? This is
Delivering
the
to
same man
It's
who
all
told
set
you
up.
by Easter this would be gone away. By the warm weather, it'd be gone. Miraculous, like a miracle. And by the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm.
And now I think people understand why I hate presidential debates so much. Let's move on to Democratic likely states. Likely would be Minnesota because of the George Floyd thing. It happened in Minnesota, happened in Minneapolis. Very likely would go to Biden. Again, same thing of New Hampshire. I think it would be likely this year round. I think it would be solid. I think this would be likely first congressional district for Maine. I do think. I think you should look at some things around here. I think New Jersey would be likely. I think New Jersey would be likely. Let's do lean. I think Virginia would be lean. I do think. I don't think he does. He win Nevada? Does he win Nevada? I don't know. I think Biden does win. Likely, all statewide for Maine. I don't know. Does Biden win Nevada? This is difficult. This is very difficult. This is very difficult. Do you think Biden wins here? Very lean, very lean. Do you think Trump would win Arizona by a lean majority? Same thing here with Nevada. Same thing with Georgia. And the same thing with North Carolina. 264, Trump just needs one more state. And three more, it's fine. I forgot to put Maine's 2nd district with one electoral vote, 265, 277, 227. And I do think Trump would win Wisconsin by a lean majority. I think he wins Michigan by a lean majority, and I do think he wins Pennsylvania by a lean majority. Now, I am not a Trump supporter. I am not a Trump. I'm not at all. I don't support what he's doing. I don't like Trump. I don't like him. But we have to agree. Trump's first term was better than his second term. His second term's a disaster. But his first term was better. Again, the economy was doing decent And that's what people mostly cared about. They cared about the money. They really didn't care about like what happened in the other side of the world. Like people really cared about money. They cared about money in their pockets. They cared about feeding their family. They cared about their jobs. And I do think Trump's first term was had provided all of that a little bit better than Trump's second term. That is why. That is why I see Donald Trump winning the 2020 election if COVID never happened. But again, a lot of these states would be affected because of the George Floyd protests. And look, I I'm not gonna get into it because I'm gonna get so much hate whatever I say, so I'm not gonna get into that. But again, in this alternate scenario, no COVID, no nationwide protests for the vaccines, nothing. I do strongly believe Donald Trump would have won the election. Do I think he wins the popular vote? No, I do think he loses the popular vote again. Over 81 million people voted for Joe Biden. Holy, this is the real deal. This is the okay. So it just doesn't want to work. That's nice. This is the real map right here. Biden won all of these states. Trump really won a majority. Yeah, he won a good majority, I want to say. But he didn't win at all. He didn't win enough, obviously. 81 million votes for Joe. I don't think he wins the popular. I highly doubt it. I think Biden would have had 77 million votes. I think Trump would have had also 77 million, but I do think that Biden would edge it out by like I want to say 100,000 votes. I don't see how Trump wins the popular vote. It's just the thing is these states are so let me how do I say this? They're much more popular than the Republican states. Like you can't compare Washington to Montana. You can't compare Oregon to Wyoming. You can't compare Colorado to South Dakota. You can't compare Minnesota to Nebraska. You can't compare Illinois to Kansas. It's just they have such a big population difference, and really the only states that would be carrying for Republicans to like even get close to winning the popular vote would be Texas, Florida, Georgia, Ohio, and possibly very Missouri and Indiana and North Carolina. Those would be the major states. But again, like Washington is very highly populated. Oregon, California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, New York. Let me do it again.
Minnesota!